It's a happy, rainy Monday here in North Carolina. I'm Hudson Hot. I'm with Scotty Blaisdell, my partner, and our resident therapist, Alan Wagner. Okay, check this out. The dictionary just got like a serious glow up. I mean, we're talking some Rizz, Merriam-Webster. They added a bunch of new words, and some of them are like straight up saucy. Like I know, Scotty, you're gonna feel a little uncomfortable because I know you better than anyone.
You've already confused me with your intro, but go ahead.
Okay, but here's the thing. I thought we would talk about them. I mean, things like thirst trap.
Oh, okay. I know what that is.
You do?
What
Okay.
is
Yeah.
it? I
Alan,
don't I don't know what it is. What is a thirst trap?
Scotty, why don't you explain what a thirst trap
Well,
is?
it's a person who they make themselves so desirable that they just become a thirst trap.
So basically what he's saying is you'll get somebody who'll purposely wear like have their boobs sticking out and making sure you're looking at them, wearing a thong maybe. I'm just
I'm
kidding.
doing the peck pop right now. I'm doing that peck pop.
Yeah,
Making
Scotty's worn
myself a
a
thirst
thong.
trap.
Scotty's worn a thong in our studio. He has.
So Hudson, just to be clear, so thirst trap made it into the real dictionary, not like an urban dictionary. That's a real
Correct.
that's a term now in a real
That is
dictionary.
a real term. If you look up thirst trap, it will be in there.
So
Okay.
what we're
That's
doing today is everything is going to be like in the real dictionary. This is like you could use it in Scrabble.
correct.
Okay, just to be clear.
For 65 points, Riz. What is Riz? Scotty, I'll let you go first.
Well, I'm guessing that it would be shininess, like you've got sparkle, you've got
Okay.
Riz.
All right. Alan?
I kind of know this one just from having kids. Riz is like it's when you're dressed stylishly and you like are garnering respect. Like it's kind of
Mhm.
like you come out and you're like styled out and and everybody's sort of looking at you and you're peacocking. That's sort of how I see it. Is that right?
Peacocking. Well, the definition in the Merriam-Webster Dictionary is romantic appeal or charisma, the ability to attract romantically. So you've got your Riz, pretty
Yeah,
much is
okay.
what it
All
is.
right.
Let's go, Alan. I'll let you go first. Goaded.
Goaded?
Yep, it's an adjective, if that helps you out a little bit.
Is that like pushed into something maybe? Like
No, I think it's with a T.
are you spelling it with a T or a
Yeah,
D?
goated. Goated. It's an adjective.
Oh, okay.
Goat.
So then that means when I hear goat in this generation, I think of like greatest of all time. Like that person is like
Ding.
everything's the goat. So goated
Okay.
would be what? Something to be the best of all time.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, you
All right.
nailed it. I didn't even get a chance to hit up Scotty for that one.
Sorry,
All right.
Scotty.
I'm gonna start this one with Scotty then. Bussin. Bussin. Bussin.
Uh, hmm. Oh, it's really great. It's really cool. It's stylish. It's stylish. It's bussin'.
No, Alan.
I'm still laughing at what Scotty said.
Scotty, so bussin.
Oh, bussin'. I'm trying to think of how I would use that in a sentence. I've never heard that expression
You
before.
said adjective though. That's the
I know.
confusing.
It means extremely good or excellent, especially a food. Like that's bussin', man. Like you just ate some Kahlua pork and cabbage, you know, and
Okay.
it's bussin'. That's
So
what
it's
that's
good. It's the best. Gotcha.
the best.
By the way, we should totally use that term this weekend because I don't think I've ever gotten a chance to say that in a sentence. Wouldn't that be cool if we're out to dinner with a couple and we're just like, man, so bussin'.
I think we should try and use all the words from today.
You know what that'll do is it will shut that down ever being used by young people again.
It's so true. All you have to do is say something and they give you this
I
look
know.
like, why did you say that?
Hey man, that's so
Thing.
I
bussin'.
know. We're the
Oh God.
boomers.
Okay, I'm
Okay,
going to give you
boomer.
a verb now. Who wants to jump on simp? SIMP. It's a verb, noun, it's slang. Who's jumping on the definition of simp?
So you said it's a verb and a noun?
Yeah.
Okay, when I think about a simp, I think about a sucker. Just kind of like the person who sort of just takes it and doesn't really advocate for themselves and just sort of goes along with things. It's probably just like sort of a follower. Is that right?
No?
Okay.
Yeah, because I would think simp is like simpleton, but I'm guessing the youth don't need a short word for simpleton.
Yeah.
Um, so what is it?
A simp to show excessive devotion, attention, or affection, often in a fawning or desperate way. I love that hat on you. Scotty, that star is like the shooting
Yeah.
star I've been waiting to see my
So
entire
you're
life.
simping at this
I'm
point.
simping at this
So
point.
So it's
sucking
not
up.
it's not a relationship then. It's not like a whipped person who's got like somebody cupping like in their hands, like testicles in their hands. It's like they're not like it's not like a whipped person. Simp. You're
Wait,
talking about somebody. A
did
simp
you
could be
just say
somebody.
cupping testicles?
Yeah, meaning like a simp could be no, like when people say like
Which
that person's totally whipped because they basically will do whatever they're told. They're enamored.
No, that's apparently that's not
It's
it.
not that
No,
though.
that's not it.
Okay.
Okay, but you know what? I'm actually going to go back to that. And so let me just, I've been wanting to ask you this. This has nothing to do, and I'm sorry, sometimes I have ADHD, but I want to ask the two of you this very important question. Have you ever peed on somebody else's foot when you've been in a urinal?
Not on
Because
purpose.
you've whipped it out? Has that ever happened to
No,
you?
only if there's kickback or splashback, maybe. But most of us are have good enough aim at this point in life.
Alan?
Scotty would probably relate to this as well. When you're a man and you go into a bathroom, you do not look at the other person, you don't talk to the other person, and you sure as hell don't pee on the other person. I think, in fact, you actually look for a urinal that's like two urinals away if you have a choice.
That's right.
And
What?
imagine
You leave a
just to
space?
not even be next, even though it's blocked, just to not be next to another person. It's like that private of a thing for dudes. So I can't imagine like what a guy would do. Like a guy, if I just
You
started
would never
talking to
start
a
up a
guy,
conversation and go,
oh, if I
"Hey,
started a
how's your day
conversation,
going? Can you believe
yeah,
all this rain? We escaped this hurricane, man." Like you would never like just fire it up and like start talking.
no, never. You, Scotty?
No, I mean, no.
No.
And there's man math. What is there's three urinals. You should never, if you're the first one, go to the middle one. You
Yep.
need to go right or left. The second person goes to the furthest one, and then if need be, the middle one fills in.
Now, do you
Yeah.
feel weird? Sorry, I don't mean to get off subject here, but this was a question I've been wanting to ask you for weeks on end, and I don't know why. It just made me. I thought of it out of nowhere. But like when you're in that restroom, right? What if so you go in, you are already methodically thinking you're not going to go to that one. But what if you go in and there's no one in there and there's that guy that's directly in the middle?
Yeah, then he's just either someone has left or people have left him, and he just had a long stream, uh, or he's
No, we're
break
not talking about on Twitch. We're
or
not
he's
talking
break he's
on
breaking
Twitch.
a man code.
Yeah,
Wow.
I can't. But anyway, I
Okay.
agree with Scotty. Just to sum it up,
I've
we
s-
have aim. We don't piss on people's feet. And if I ever did, I would expect to be punched in the face, probably. I don't know. You, Scotty?
And
No.
as we move along,
Okay, moving
Okay.
on.
All right. Moving back along. Getting back to the dictionary talk. How about EdgeLord? Scotty, I'll let you go first with the EdgeLord.
Edge Lord.
Yeah.
Oh,
Oh.
I'm going to have no clue, so I'll just have a fun guess. Someone who wants to be edgy all the time, and they lead other people across the edge, kind of like you did on our radio show.
Thank you. I'll take that as a
A
compliment.
lordess.
Can I take a shot at
Yeah,
this
go
one?
ahead.
I was thinking an edge lord is somebody who never takes action, who just sits on the edge of things passively and doesn't
Mm.
jump into stuff, but like always is like staring right at great things and is close, but they never really get off their perch and they never.
I like that.
Is that something?
An EdgeLord is it's something sexual.
Okay, then.
I'm so kidding, Scotty. I just wanted to see your face because I'm on Zoom. Sorry that you're not seeing his facial reactions. No, an edgelord is someone who deliberately adapts shocking, provocative, and offensive opinions or style to appear edgy and controversial.
I was kind of on there.
You were kind of there.
You're on the edge.
I was right on the edge of being
Yeah,
right.
I would give that one to Scotty.
Okay. Shadow ban. Scotty.
Ooh.
Yeah, I have no clue. Alan has his hand up though.
Yeah. What is a shadow ban, Alan?
No,
Wow.
I saw it getting introduced incorrectly by my kids early on. So shadow ban is basically when you're posting online on a social media platform, and for whatever reason they don't like you very much. Either you violated their things, or maybe it's the topics you talk about. So your stuff doesn't quite go out in the same reach that another person's. It gets stuck in the pond as opposed to going out to the ocean. And
Oh,
so you don't even realize that you've been shadow banned because, like, maybe you were getting this many views or likes, and suddenly it just disappears. because you're no longer going out to people in searches or anything like that unless they directly go to you.
Merriam-Webster says hiding or limiting someone's social media content such as that the other users don't see it often without the account user being aware. Is it sort of the same?
Is that
Yeah,
what I just
that's
said?
sounds very much like what he just said.
Yeah,
Okay.
sort of similar. It is sort of
Yeah.
similar, actually.
Okay.
Okay. Late capitalism.
Spell it. Well, I know
LATECAPIT.
capitalism. It was late. I was making sure you didn't say lake.
No, late.
I don't know. Those words don't go together for me.
Alan?
I don't know. We're living in a weird world right now where I feel like we're seeing capitalism as a bad thing. So I don't know if late capitalism is like a new term of the young people and that they're trying to redefine what capitalism
Yeah,
was.
I
I don't
wasn't
know.
familiar with this one either. A critique of contemporary capitalism emphasizing perceived excesses, commercialization, inequality, and consumerism, etc.
Hmm.
That's the
What do you
latest.
guys think about that?
There's this, I mean, you know this probably because you have kids of a certain age, but there is this pushback a bit against people being successful by the younger generation. They feel like anybody who has achieved a high status shouldn't keep their money and they don't deserve to have it. There's almost this disdain for success.
Hmm.
So capitalism is, we were built on that and
Right.
people thriving to be excellent because they employ so many people and keep America moving. But I guess it's maybe this socialist turn that a lot of the youth have taken that they just feel like those people need to be drugged back down and people that don't even put themselves at risk should be lifted up.
Yeah, I was just thinking because to me, I saw a stat and they were just showing the popularity of capitalism over the last 10 years, 20 years, 30 years. And I don't even think people understand what it is anymore. Like what Scotty said, it's sort of like you see somebody that's achieved things, they weren't just given it to them, but they don't think they deserve it. And everybody seems to think there's a sense of entitlement that they deserve it now or it should all be shared and equitable. And we've seen that over the last few years. But as people start to go against capitalism, they forget that capitalism is what raised people out of poverty in every country in the world. And if socialism was to take over, we've seen massive poverty develop in every country in the world. There's never been a successful story. But yet at the same time, we do like the word capitalist. It's almost like it's become fascist or something. I don't know
That's
why
right.
people are against it.
Yeah. All right, moving along. We're going, I think you both know what this is because we've heard this word pop up, and I'm sure you both are into food. Ghost kitchen.
Mm.
Well, I would assume this is somebody who has a business where they use somebody else's kitchen to, an example of that is Mr. Beast,
Hmm.
where he uses, I know in Hawaii it was Buca de Beppo's kitchen, an Italian place,
Oh,
and
did he really?
they would make their burgers, and that's where they delivered from.
I had no idea. Did you ever have one of those burgers?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Was it good?
Yeah, it was fine. It wasn't great. I mean,
Oh,
but it was cheap. It was super cheap, and that's his whole deal.
right.
He was trying to get food out to people without having to pay so much.
That was a big deal during the pandemic. I
Yes,
haven't heard that lately, but it was during the pandemic that a lot of businesses, restaurants, people couldn't go to restaurants anymore. So there was a lot of people who weren't going to work and they started their own home businesses. But if they were going to
Correct.
make their meatballs or make their cookies or whatever, they needed a kitchen to make it on a mass level. And so a lot of those restaurants that were just sitting there dormant during the pandemic were willing to rent out their kitchens and people just did delivery, kind of like Mr. Beast, like you said. Brilliant.
The correct definition is a commercial cooking facility that produces meals for delivery only with no dine-in space.
Mhm.
But there are more and more of those popping up all over for
Yeah.
people these days. And again, you get to rent your spot in that kitchen. You can claim the 8 a.m., 8 to 1 and have your meals going out and DoorDash will come. You don't even have to have a license. You can be just somebody who thinks you're a great cook and rent space at one of these places and DoorDash will deliver. I know there's a lot of businesses doing that. I actually almost just ordered a cake from somebody who does exactly that here in North Carolina.
Yep.
well, I'm sure there's some sort of accreditation the place has to have,
Nope.
codes they have to meet to be an industrial kitchen, right?
Nope.
I don't think so. It's
Really?
almost like I mean, Scotty, I don't know if you know this, but when we were in Los Angeles, they were opening up so many food places on the sidewalks in front of restaurants and food trucks. It's literally like grills, and they were just grilling on the sidewalk. And there was nobody reviewing to see if it was clean or where the meat was coming from. Or I think that that's pretty lax these days. And so with ghost kitchens, I don't think they ever caught up with like inspections or whatever because it wasn't like a brick and mortar.
You know, it's funny. I saw a lady at a restaurant here, just down the road, and they had, I think it was a 91 instead of 100, out of
Ooh.
100. And she asked for the manager and wanted to know why. And I thought that was a fair question because I didn't even notice their number until she was asking the question, and they were saying we've already done all the things they've asked for, but they don't come out for another month to change our number. So that's
Wow.
why.
I wouldn't have eaten there. I'm going to just go, not to get off track again, and I apologize, but it was about a week ago, Alan had a hankering for Chinese food. He was in a bad mood. And the one thing that makes happy Alan is Chinese food. So he found a place that had a 3.6 stars on Yelp, and he
Oh,
got in the car. Now, would you go to a restaurant?
A buffet.
Hold on, a buffet. Now,
no, I would
he
not.
wanted me to go. And I said, not a chance in hell. I'm not coming. He's like, come on. I'm like, no. He's like, no, 3.6 for a buffet is really good.
Hmm.
That means I'm 100% out. So what does Alan do? He gets our youngest in the car and says, come on. So they get there, and the youngest calls me and said, heat up the oven. He's like, heat up the oven. It's so bad, Hudson. And so Alan's like, no, it's not that bad. Anyway, Alan gets home, maybe a 30-minute drive. And I would say 15 minutes after the arrival, Alan spent a good rest of the evening in the toilet. So a 3.6 is not a good rating for a Chinese.
Not enough. Not enough.
Now, okay,
That's not your lucky number, is what you're saying.
that is not. I think you both know what this is. The Dad-Bod. That was very big, like maybe 5 years ago. It was all
Yeah,
about Dad-Bod.
basically people being out of shape, but it being okay because they're dads.
Right. They're just dads. Let them
Yeah.
be. Yeah, okay. Hard pass.
Yeah, that's exactly what it means. I'm going to pass, and not just pass, but there's no chance.
There's no chance. A hard pass. Are you hard passing on the Dad-Bod? I'm trying. Cancel culture.
That's something that has changed so much over the years. I wouldn't even know what the definition of it is. It used to be something that was like looking for somebody's transgressions of the past to sort of show that they're not noble people and therefore rip them apart, destroy their business and end their being. And I think it's changed. I'm curious to hear what the dictionary version of it is,
Yeah,
but it used to
I mean, it seems like in today's world, it's like you have to be cautious of every little thing you say
Oh,
or
yeah.
post because it's the cancel culture's out to get you. They're super hyper aware right now.
Oh, I know. Do you know, I went back because every day, my thing that makes me very happy is I get my coffee and I'll pull up my phone and I'll go back and I'll look at my memories on Facebook. I click that little memories and then I scroll to see what I did on this day. I also do it with photos. And I looked, Scotty, at some of the things that we would post. Oh my Lord, as one of your family members would say. But here's the correct terminology. The practice of withdrawing support, canceling from public figures or public works after they have done or said something considered objectionable.
I've seen that it's not working as much as it used to. I feel like the canceling was coming from the extreme of social media, not the, if you think of it as more of a bell curve, it wasn't the majority of people, it was only the fringe. And I think people stopped apologizing, stopped caring, and nothing happened.
I think that's the key right there. I mean, sometimes if you just say, "Oh, I'm sorry I offended," then the people that are, "Why are you apologizing?"
Exactly.
Other people. So after a while, you're just like, "Well, yeah, sorry you feel that way," and then
Well,
you
I
just
mean,
move on.
You just
it's
move
like
on. All right, we're going to touch grass. What's touch grass? Scotty?
Well, to me, that's like something about get out of here, or you can just touch grass.
Alan?
I like Scotty's answer. I don't know.
It's a slang and it's to go outside and engage in real life activities.
Oh, okay.
Ooh.
So go out
Just
and actually touch grass.
not even touch the grass. It's just to do something in real life,
You mean to
which
like leave your computer?
Leave your computer.
I like it.
Nepo baby.
We
What's
know what that
Nepo?
is. Somebody got a job because of who their parents or family happens to
Correct.
be.
Correct. And that pretty much wraps up the latest words to make it into the Merriam-Webster Dictionary. It's interesting.
Well, what's interesting as well is I haven't gone back to look at words from the 70s, 80s, other previous times when we had certain slang going around. Is totally tubular in there? Is groovy, man? Is that sort of stuff in
Do
there?
you remember any slang words that if go before we get off this podcast, I want you guys to think about this. Cringy slang words
Well,
that you would use and maybe still like cool beans.
whether we still use it or not, we used to say grody all the time.
I mean, I remember Grody to the max. I remember. I mean, I'm trying to think of some of the really rad. Obviously, like, there was ones that like that. Yeah, I think it's always sort of changing. I think the word that it came to mind initially was whack. You used to be like when you put some like music on or bad art gallery, it's like, oh, it was totally whack. And it was such like a hip hop 80s sort of New York thing. Whack. You don't hear that anymore.
I use hella all the time. I've always said it and I never stop. I also say it's lit, fam. And I say it because it cringes me out because there was somebody I dated that said it. I was like, ugh. Interesting words have made it into the Merriam-Webster dictionary, and we're here to break the news for you. I'm Hudson Hott, Scotty Blaisdell, our therapist, Alan Wagner. Thanks again for listening to Hudson and Scotty B. Need a Therapist. Please like and subscribe. And thanks again. Peace in the chicken grease.
See ya.
See you guys.